qualifiers for the Open number 1. Now lineup for Open number 1 is set, and it's time for the Gwent World Cup this weekend, and then a little bit later as well, if I'm not mistaken, 9th and 10th of March will be the final day of the group stage. But yeah, let's look at mystical tech. We see pincer maneuver, carapace, imprisonment, and blood money. As
it's monster versus Nilfgaard. Mystical with okay.
So mystical is on red coin, but on my screen it's at the bottom. I'll need to do some.
You mean mystical is on blue coin, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
It's just that the platform is not showing the player names for me.
Okay, yeah, mystical is the Swarm deck, Fruitsky is the Control Nilfgaard deck, and it's interesting because they are playing fast, they are playing quickly and to the point, and I like this.
Yeah.
Up for some quick Gwent. And as soon as I say it, Fruitsky thinks a bit longer about his turn, so that's great. But
they heard your feedback and they decided
yeah, of course. They decide to slow down. It's fine, it's fine. So what are the game plans? What do you think?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, there is the COC, right? So you kind of want to get the last say as the Madoc list, and you have bombs and you have pinks, so you can limit the unit count. But sadly for Trusky here, he doesn't have any bombs in his hand. The deck is full of them. 5.
Wait, did Madoc get heat waved already? And we missed it?
Yeah, I was fixing. I guess the Madoc is already gone, yeah. So...
okay, I mean...
The bomb still would be influential with the sappers on the board, because you are killing those low units.
Yeah, but you lost a lot of power, right?
Yeah.
Heatwaving Madoc is a big deal in this matchup, especially because Madoc can help getting rid of the board quite effectively with their order ability.
Yeah. So we see the Phoenix, not your regular card. If you guys have been in and out of Gwent recently, yeah, Phoenix is now gaining vitality, and this is the secondary target of Leto Kingslayer. So we see.
Oh, that yeah. That's a nice little play here, a bit of carryover. So level Kingslayer isn't dead after all, even after Heatwave on Madoc.
Yeah. And this deck that Dauren built and made popular last season is basically trying to generate as much of carryover as possible. Of course, you would be happy about your bombs and Madocs, but since one of them is out, the Phoenix is the secondary target. But you also have Marsha Truffle, you have War Council as your carryover potential. And from what I've seen from this deck, it occasionally finds a pass button, depending on the matchup, and then just defends the bleed, setting up the artifacts. And well, since the deck is about the carryover, if you don't push every click, every order out, then you will be playing round 2 or round 3 at disadvantage of them having potentially 15 points of carryover.
Yeah, for sure. Carryover is a big part of Gwent right now. In a lot of matchups. It's just so valuable to get extra points in between rounds. Okay, so as we see here, it's quite a head-to-head game. Oh, yeah. I think Mystico is setting up the Lara Doran.
Yeah.
With the Frost. And he set up quite a nice board state, not too many units, but it's Lara will get some value.
Yeah, it's probably as good as it gets with a couple of sappers sticking on the board. for
True.
at least a couple of turns. Now there is only one, and it's without the armor. But as we mentioned, there was not enough bombs. So if we look at the graveyard, 3 of them have been played. But it was 2 of the bombs quite early into the round when the swarm was not done yet.
No, if you I was just about to ask, do you take this Curse of Corruption, knowing that Curse of Corruption can be really valuable against Tatterwing if you win the round?
Yeah, so
he chose to do so. But look at Trutski's hand. His hand isn't great. He has a dead Sapper, a dead Ramon, and a mushy Truffle, which he probably doesn't really want to play round 1.
Yeah. Well, the Ramon is dead because Sapper is dead.
Yes, of course, yeah.
At least playable. Can you tell me the leader charge count for the Arachas Swarm? Since I don't.
Yes, Arachas Swarm has 2 charges left. And yeah, Trutski has 2 charges left as well.
Okay, so a little bit of carryover setup. Of course, the order on the War Council was used up. So
yeah, so not too much carryover, but I think it might be enough to defend the bleed. And I see why Trutski chose to use the Curse of Corruption round 1, because he probably knew that if he didn't use it, he wouldn't have last say, and he ended up not having last say. So Curse of Corruption can be quite awkward without last say.
Yeah, with Nausicaa's, although this Arachas Tatterwing deck is having 2 last says, has to play Tatterwing in Morwood. But True. With open deck lists, you might just mulligan one of them and make it uber awkward for your Nilfgaard opponent, since Nausicaa's grow into 10 power usually after the battle prep. So yeah, if your opponent made a heads up play, you might be in trouble. But we here see double Phoenix being clicked, so 10 points of carryover. Mushy Truffle is there if you wish to set up additional 6, and yeah, I guess
I think it makes a lot of sense for Mystico to go for the long round. I don't see a lot of any use in bleeding in this situation, so I like this pass a lot.
How much swarm potential is there? Night Rats, a couple of organics, Hive Mind.
Hive Mind's a big card. Yeah, Arachas Nest, maybe.
So let's see how many drones can be surviving after the extermination by Nilfgaard and Archmail. It has Dancing Star. It has a couple of Sappers.
I wonder if he keeps Northern Wind, or if it is just. Oh, he keeps it. Okay, that's interesting. That's maybe an indication that he wants to Ramon onto Sapper and not Ramon onto Sergeant. Okay. Looking at both players' hands, I believe they basically drew everything they wanted. Am I?
Yeah, I think.
Right?
Monsters have tutoring in form of Royal Decree and Gales, so that is...
And Naglfar.
There is a Naglfar as well.
There's a Naglfar as well. So he has actually a lot of tutoring.
So you have to Royal Decree for a bronze, basically, which might be not your favorite thing.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. If your hand is so good that you can Royal Decree for a bronze, that's probably a good sign.
Okay, yeah.
And really interesting is that Nausicaa Sergeants are good cards, obviously, but in this matchup they are even better because their armor can get some nice value, denying Frost. Okay, yes.
We were told to put the logo on. Thank you for reminder, Metal. I just forgot to make this score visible. If it blocks any coins for Syndicate later on, let me know, because it was repurposed and changed. And I also need to remember to remove the player names when the platform fixes itself. Okay, so yeah, COC is out, 25-point Tatterwing that you cannot interact with is landing, but luckily for Nilfgaard, they have Nausicaa that they can play proactively, otherwise your bombs would be going to waste.
And Tatterwing can also do a good job in soaking up a bit of some of those sapper pings, so his drones can survive, because it's just a big body that's going to get hit by the bombs or the sapper damage. So that's also a nice upside of just opening Tatterwing. He knows Curse of Corruption was spent in round 1, so Trusky doesn't have a lot of control, honestly. Yeah. This, I believe, is an easy leader charge, unless he's saving leader charge to remove something else, but I believe that's just a good, yeah. Okay, so yes.
No, I was just fixing the volume a little bit. Apparently, we were collaborating like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and since then I have your mic a bit boosted on Discord, so you were at 200%, but we should be fine now.
Oops. Okay, yeah. So we see the round playing out. Mystical didn't swarm too much yet.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
And when he starts, he will get kind of punished for it by the bomb and by that sapper. We see that Ramon is being kept. Like, there are still 2 options for it, but yeah, the bombs are quite nice here. Bringing another card from the sapper. So
what would you do? Would you go for the Ramon on the Nausicaa Sergeant or on the sapper?
No, I think I'd go for the sapper.
At this possible.
Because sapper really has so many targets on the board to ping.
And sapper represents another card, right? So you draw another card, basically, as well.
And you get another... Yeah, so -4 units, and you are drawing yet another card. So that Laradoran at the moment doesn't look too great. Now sniping something like Night Wraith is of course not beneficial, so random pings might influence.
They could matter.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's quite close score-wise. But then again, Trotsky has 6, 5, 10. He has 16 points of carryover. More.
Yeah.
Even 17 points with Vigo. So the score might be quite misleading, actually.
Stop your yapping and start digging.
Okay, so doesn't find a bomb, instead finds illusionist. So the problem with the single illusionist is that it's not helping you too much, but you have a trike unit to pick from graveyard.
Okay, so he uses his last remaining leader charges, and he goes for more swarm, I believe.
Yeah, consumes 2 insectoids so that he can print more. So that sapper didn't really matter too much, being without armor.
It's quite close. Oh, but does he have to float Laradoran?
No,
right?
No. The Gales into Artgate.
Yes.
It's
right,
instant proc, so you're not risking anything here.
So it's instantly. Okay. So if you are mystical, do you? I guess you just go for it now, right? Yeah. Because you get some bonus frost damage that way.
So the more wood is growing in hand deck or graveyard, so you might as well get those last couple of points on it. Sharkan, well, he's forced to hit some armor.
Okay,
You might
yeah.
improve it.
Now is the swing. He goes for the frost. He gets the combo out, and oh, he's only 7 points ahead. Okay, now it's 13 points ahead. Oh, it's close. It's a close one.
Yeah, the gate over is there, and it was
It's there, yeah, it's
17,
there.
17 points. So that's quite close.
Trusky is really 4 points ahead if we think about it.
Yeah, Illusionist is not amazing though.
Illusionist is not amazing. More wood is going to be a decent value as well. I believe Trusky maybe would want to use his leader charge now to get some value out of it. But yeah. Illusionist is going to be just 5 points, right?
6 with the Drowner rock, I suppose, by Nausicaa,
Yeah,
if it survives.
Okay, maybe even more, right? 6, 7 maybe with...
Yeah.
Because
Well,
Drowner procs right away.
Instantly, yep.
Yeah. Oh, Trusky doesn't use the leader charge, so actually Mystico gets 1 point more than he would have gotten otherwise.
Yeah, good point.
If he uses Sequent now. So 1 point could matter, guys. 1 point could be decisive.
Was there any reason not to use imprisonment? I don't think so. Can't see.
I can't think so because Mystico doesn't have any units that need to be blocked, really.
What is the hive mind situation? There is still a Kikimor Warrior. Is there a leader charge for Mystical?
No, there isn't.
There isn't.
There isn't.
Okay.
I think...
So wait, the hive mind is kinda not finished then. Unlucky.
No. Oh, it's going to be close, right? Close, right? Nausicaa Sergeant's on the board. He gets some nice assimilate points.
Yeah, but the more wood
He
is
clicks
huge.
everything.
More wood is huge.
14 points? 5 points? Ooh, 5 point match.
Okay. So kid over is nice, but sometimes a good old point slam is better.
Interesting. I really thought that Nilfgaard would have this match. This matchup. See, as is expected, monsters versus Goyato.
Okay, so now we have the player names on. That's nice. We loaded up, and yeah, the curse scroll is the dead giveaway of your plans more often than not. But okay, like, it's not 100%. It's just that 0 point stratagem is preferred by the decks that want consistency early on. So yeah, we don't get the Carapace that gives units well versus the status Nilfgaard, where you can potentially play around the poisons.
There's an interesting leader choice. Do you believe it's for the status Nilfgaard matchup? Because he could have gone for the Woodland Spirit one, the one that puts 9 points on board, which is the same amount of points, but it's also a relic, so it gets a little bit of bonus points.
Yeah, but Carapace might be also a consideration just for your Self-Eaters, so that when they are damaged, you can either protect them from the removal range, which the Woodland Spirit would not help with too much.
Yes,
and,
for sure. And what I really like is the inclusion of Operator in this list, which is just such a valuable card to copy another card. One card for you, one for your opponent, but your card is oftentimes better because it synergizes with your deck.
Yeah.
And he puts the tome on the bottom of the deck, and that's just some smart micro gameplay. Like he kept tome on purpose just to shuffle it back into the deck on the bottom, so it's guaranteed not to see it ever again.
Yeah,
unless he plays Goldmaker.
yeah, people have been considering playing something like a Megascope in the deck, but just having guaranteed Necromancer Stone from Golden Necker, and then if you
It's
play
nice.
one of the tutors from Golden Necker, from the specials, then you can insta-proc it as well, getting some value. So yeah, Lerio has been popularizing this type of decks, playing Death Wish, playing Vampires with the Necrotome, and yeah, card brings some nice results quite often.
An interesting inclusion in Mystico's list is the copy of Epidemic. What do you believe it's for?
Epidemic. I suppose quite a few targets overall. I haven't really jammed a lot of Gwent recently. You definitely not putting Epidemic in for expecting Relicts. Let's put it at
That's
that
true.
for this matchup. You probably...
Then again, Epidemic can get at least 8 points on Fiend. So it's not a dead card by any means.
Okay, so let's imagine Mystical knows that they are playing Team Poland. He knows that Lerio is there, and he might queue into Lerio, and Lerio is known to play Vampires, so in Vampires there is a couple of engine 40 bronzes.
That's a good
Lerio
point.
is not known to play... Well, Lerio at the moment is association with Golden Necker and with Rentry for me, so I wouldn't expect Syndicate here. We got the Syndicate, but yeah, a Golden Necker one, so at 4 provisions there. Can you even find something?
I don't know.
Maybe some Spender for Syndicate. Okay. But yeah, getting back into this game, we have some nice point slam from Trusky, although Self-Eater is dead. But
No,
yeah, another nice thing about Operator is the Incubus synergy, that you are guaranteeing a 6 provision target
That's
for
true.
it.
That's a good point. And also that's why Mystico is not clicking Self-Eater, because clicking Self-Eater doesn't do anything for you and basically makes Incubus that little bit stronger later on.
Yeah.
Interesting. So this matchup, when you're Trutsky, what do you believe? What do you do? You have to win round 1 probably, right? Because Shiro is a big card and Shiro can burn a lot of units in this matchup, I imagine.
Yeah, your Relicts are basically growing. Like the base power, I'd say, is 4. Shiro cannot reach that without some gymnastics, but at 6, and if your Self-Eater stick, you are basically growing them from like 4, 5 to 6. You have some engines, you have crones at 6 power, so just taking Shiro into a longer round 3 might be problematic, because at some point you might just restart your round when your opponent already has the board and you start anew, because Shiro made some things real uncomfortable for it.
Yeah, sure, it can be a lot of points. So it's interesting. I believe Trutsky just has to go as deep round 1 as he possibly can. Probably without spending Golden Necker. But I think all other cards in his hand are pretty much game. Like, he can spend them, probably. And maybe, okay, Incubus is another card that is a bit difficult to play round 1.
Yeah, unless you are committing the both unicorns to kill the Self-Eater, then you can do the flip.
I think he might, because I think Mystico also wants to go as deep as he possibly can round 1. So I would expect Mystico to play out almost his entire hand, really. Maybe keep Kramer, because Kramer is such a important finisher for this deck.
Yeah, basically. Unless he decides to play literally everything with Seamless, then Kramer should be kept for a later time. Okay, so the pulls are...
Trickster is a nice pull, because Milva jumps out.
Yeah.
gets a point. Oh, that's just such a nice pull.
Yeah.
I believe it's the first time Nova jumped out this match.
Yeah, I don't think there was any movement.
Maximizing Nova value is also just one of the key components of the deck. And when you can get Nova to jump out, kill a unit, jump back in, that's all you want, basically. That's how she gets her value.
Yeah, that might be also a problem with splitting your self-hitters. Well, first of all, they just die to damage, like the skirmishers, and the second part is if they are small, then guerrilla tactics with Mila and just mows them down.
Yes. Oh, Trotsky's roping here. I wonder what he's considering.
I don't nibble at them, they'd fall right
Oh,
down.
that's interesting. He's not getting the full gun cane value.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Is he playing around true round one? Maybe.
Wait.
Or
He
no,
cannot
maybe.
get the full value, right? There is just no relic pocket.
Oh, right,
available.
right. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought Operator was a relic as well. I swear he was. He used to be at some point in Gwent. So I apologize, guys.
No problem.
But
He's...
okay, but this might actually be a blessing in disguise because putting the gun cane at 7, and when you play the second one, they are not even on the same amount of strength, so it can actually work in his favor in working against Shuru. Okay, so we see the round being played out, and now Trotsky has a big call to make. Does he use the unicorns? He does.
Okay.
Plays unicorns. He gets a fiend, which isn't great.
Yeah, considering you have one in your graveyard, you'd want to combine that with Golden Acre. And yeah, the problem with committing unicorns here is that Mystical, if his hand is too... well, can just take a pass, and you already committed quite a few. Like unicorns with a couple of self-hitters is amazing play to have, but let's be realistic, in this game you are not getting a full board of relics most likely.
Okay, what do you think about using the unicorns in this order? Because he used the ones for the damage when he could have used them for the boost. And if he had killed the skirmisher with the 3 damage, he could have set up his incubus to resurrect Fiend.
Yeah, that probably.
So he could have enabled his incubus this round by killing one of those skirmishers.
Yeah, at the moment you can flip the self-hitters, but that's less points, so I can see...
Isn't great.
Yeah, I can see that being a consideration, reversing the order.
Interesting, but he chose to kill the self-eater. He loses 1 point this way. Oh, incubus. This is a bad incubus. It's 0 points. Oh, okay, no, not 0, but
it is
very little
couple
points.
with the self-eater, like it's 5 plus self-eater procs. If he takes that, and he does.
He does. Interesting. Maybe he's setting up
7.
resurrection because he could have gone for the Witch's Apprentice, which I guess it would have been the same amount of points in this round. So I can see why he's doing this. Now, does Mystico stay in this round? Verification can be 10 points if he clicks mark and pass first. So that's 15 reach. I mean, if he... Yeah, he's staying in this round. He's willing to spend everything, almost.
Never have.
Nova jumps out. That's interesting. And keep in mind, Mystical has 1 Giant Slayer, which actually, if this round goes deep enough, he can kill the Roach, get Resilience, and be a big deal for round 2.
Yeah, so Giant Slayer is rarely finishing the job in Gwent, not being a meta card, but here
He
So
passes. Okay, this is a bit awkward because Mystico has to give up his carryover. I guess he's going to give up Mahakam Pass carryover and get Giant Slayer carryover instead. Which is fine at the end of the day.
and yeah, we don't see the click on Parry Technician because you don't want to mess up your Giant Slayer.
Yeah. Good call, good call. Okay, so we have a pretty long round 3. And it's going to be all about you, because I believe Goyatel is really happy how this round went. They would want to pass round 2, get a longer round 3, and get as much value as possible.
Yeah. Unless you want to play as a unit from Nero, but no, that's even awkward to like to make the seamless Cranmer push. You are lacking a unit. Your Neromancy is playing one unit on the back row or front row. So unless you're taking Dwarven Chariot, then you have to move stuff around.
And it's a giveaway, right? When on Neromancy for a Dwarven Chariot, you tell the monsters player exactly what you're doing and what you're planning to do. And this, I think, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. I thought he would just pass.
So yeah, I'm not sure how much experience Mystical has with this match against Relicts. So we might be misjudging the power of Golden Necker and just staggering the units.
It's difficult, right? It's difficult. It's difficult to know how many points this deck really has, because Relicts, they can build up, they can snowball. You can get some nice value out of Self-Eaters and Witches' Apprentices. Okay, so Trutsky goes for a Decree onto Cyclops. He gets some thinning done, he keeps the Fiend for the Tome synergy.
Was there any consideration to Bruce?
Maybe, but Bruce can actually work in your favor if you want to play around Shiro.
Okay, yeah.
But so that could be a reason.
Okay, so because bricks avoided. Was there a maxi? I don't think so. So that was a risky one with 2 workshops.
And in this matchup, Monsters Trutsky, he has 3 leader charges that can really get the job done and bring around Shiro. This is going to be quite interesting.
Okay, so we have Necromancer Stone, Last Wish, and a couple of bronzes for Trutsky, so he can instantly proc the Necromancer Stone with either Fiend or Garkine. And he sees both of them. Of course, you don't have the setup for the Gunkian. So Fiend is the choice, and the order of cards is beautiful in that regard. So
it just fits so well, right? Yeah,
and then you
like a glove, like a glove.
So do you hit wave, or do you just say I'll get a big Shiro? I don't care.
I think I like this play because this would be quite a lot of bonus points, especially with Trutsky having 1 copy of Necromancy in hand, which could... I mean, I guess Necromancy wouldn't have been that much value nowadays. Mystico has also Vial of Forbidden Knowledge, which is normally just a filler card, but in this deck, it can actually go a long way with helping to set up a Shiro.
He also opened deck lists and all that. He knows exactly what is left, so he knows that there is Whispers. As soon as Whispers is out, you can float Shiro. Maybe that Vitality helps to set it up to something, but cannot risk it because Whispers is at Trutsky's hand, and he sees the crowns being played out.
Yeah. I wonder... He can get Shiro to 7 with Vial. immediately.
Yeah.
So he could get a burn on 7s. But I guess Self-Eater is going to get clicked. So maybe the 7 setup isn't as enticing anymore. I'm going to be really curious as to when Krutsky is going to use his leader charges.
You cannot go too tall if your Self-Eater is going and you're not clicking it, and if your which apprentice is going. But at the moment, yeah, 8 seems to be safe because, well, the Mahakam Pass was clicked and played out in round 1. Otherwise, Shiro into Mahakam Pass click, battle prep for 5. Oh,
And that's
temporary.
And that's one of those interesting deck building choices, right? Because when you build guerrilla tactics with I believe it's Nature's Call, Nature's Decree, I don't know. Wait, okay,
Yeah.
I think he's going for the Shiro.
Yeah.
He's going for the Shiro now on 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's a nice Shiro, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant about you restarting your game basically from
Yes.
the beginning.
I think Krutsky could have played a bit around that by using a leader charge, right?
Yeah.
Because how many points was this Shiro? This was a 28-point Shiro, maybe?
Although if you are using your
insane.
leader charge on one of the 8s, you're just making that as a sacrifice to COC anyway.
Yeah, but COC is going to get value anyway. You can't play around it. So I don't think it would have been unreasonable to use a leader charge on those 8s.
Okay, so also chat points out, Giant Slayer, 6p card, can be more bound.
Yes.
So
Yes, and he can get his Self-Eater back. His 8-point Self-Eater.
which is a target for... Oh, wait. So we're playing around COC. That Shiro is now a problem
8.
for Mystical. Yeah, good decision.
Good decision. He didn't want to take the 50-50. Okay, but he can't really... Oh wait, he can if
Yeah,
he
he can
posts
now
the
play
red
around
catch with. Now he can play around COC, and COC is going to be a dead card.
that. Yeah,
Oh, this is huge.
you might be forced to kill a
I really
Self-Eater.
like this line. Yes. I mean, he might be forced to discard the COC. This is really heads-up play by Krutsky. A lot of people, me, myself included, would have just picked the tallest unit, but no, he knows that Mystical might have COC in hand, and he plays around this, making it effectively negative points.
Okay, so we are not buffing the Wish Apprentice though, right? Okay, yeah.
No,
Nice.
no. No, which apprentice? Oh, no, wait!
Wait.
Oh, no, I don't like this consumer at all.
Wait. What
No.
was consumed? Incubus?
Yeah, no. Yes, maybe Incubus. I'm not sure. But a 5-power unit, but I don't like this at all. Why? Did he rope?
Not sure, no.
Oh, so he's giving COC value. This would have been a dead card otherwise. Oh, this could be game deciding.
I don't know, he was playing around that and then he wasn't.
Yeah, then he wasn't.
The Shiro is 10, so everything you play, like the Witch Apprentice grows to 10, so Shiro would be 11. The Red Catcheress is only broken once after Whispers, so it would have been blocked by COCs on Shiro.
And
still,
Mystical also knows that Krutsky doesn't have any total removal left in the deck, so he can just greed this out. He can play front row, Armor's Workshop on the Dwarven Chariot, get some bonus value. Don't forget to click the Chariot twice. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit
Mystical.
confusing. And you know, in case of this Squirtle deck, that they have to queue their cards not correctly, but the order is basically set. And it's an 11-point game, and that COC would have been did play for 11.
Oh, this was game losing. Game losing. It has to be a big
There is but one punishment
a
for
deal,
traitors.
and imprisonment isn't running heatwave, so he can't really deal with ball. Interesting.
Yeah. Other targets to poisons, I guess. Yeah, Nausicaa. If you're forced to go that route. We are witnessing some sappers, some bombs. Leto Kingslayer is there.
Yes,
And I guess you
yes.
have the imprisonment for Philippe. So only one target is getting doomed or interacted with after that.
I mean, unless Philippe, Mystico doesn't find Philippe, otherwise he could have Philippe and protected it with Crystal Skull. But
that should be
that's-
playing into see something. Okay, there
That-
is a one Murlehem Servant, which is a busted card as well. That can
Yes,
pick
but-
up some doomed tag, but shouldn't
how?
be a doomed unit on the board for Trusky.
Also can't think of anything that's doomed.
Yeah. Other than Philippe, I don't think so.
Okay, Okay, so the problem with this Nilfgaard deck is that round one can be a bit awkward sometimes. Okay, he goes for the Emir, that's interesting. And he draws the Hard Feint, that's the classic. No, that's so bad. Oh,
The
no.
location would have thinned itself when you play a gold aristocrat, so Mystical wanted that, like, he decided to thin it out round one, and the location decided to come to end instead.
Yeah, it wasn't going to play along. It was always going to get drawn. Oh, that's so bad. And Trotsky knows exactly what card Mystical just drew into. That's also funny. Yeah. He knows that location is dead in hand. Okay.
Okay, Madoc is also not cooperating immediately.
So can Mystico banish Madoc somehow? Don't think so, right?
Yeah, there is no Lydia to like try to find the Northern Wind, pick up the Northern Wind from the graveyard.
No. No, he could maybe lock Madoc, which isn't great, but then again, it's not terrible.
Yeah. At the moment, Madoc is in the front row, so you kind of feel indifferent towards that.
Okay, is there a reason why he played Pikeman back row?
The armor is yeah, helpful.
Okay, so he yeah, in this matchup he would rather have the armor, the bonus armor, instead of the charges, because the charges aren't going to get that much value anyway. So
I
he goes
guess
for
bleeding out the sappers only takes 2 turns, so you kind of eliminate that threat if you're not looking them. But yeah,
Okay,
other than
now
that,
question. Prediction time, Rabbit. Is Sapper going to kill Emir?
Easily from first
Easily,
shot, yeah.
okay. Easy snipe. Sapper's he's such a great sapper that he can easily snipe the mighty Emir.
He would be stupid to try and attack armored unit when you can just finish off the aristocrat. And then you can
That's
just
true.
tell your buddies, I just handled Emir one-on-one easily.
Yeah, easy game. Easy game. He wanted to dance on my grave, but I just sniped him. No scope.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see
He can
Second
patent the
Madoc.
white flame bomb after that.
Oh, nice. This has to be a card. The white flame bomb. The white flame bomber. I don't know. Okay. Trutsky keeps on. Okay, I see. Mystico was saving the lock for the second Madoc, for the big Madoc. He's allowing the little Madoc to do his thing, but big Madoc has to get locked.
Look at that nice movement into the
Oh,
into
yes.
the weather.
Okay, okay. Nice. Nice call. Okay, now Pikeman is front row. Okay, so Mystico probably has to pass eventually, right? He can't keep up going toe for toe. Trotsky, can he?
Yeah. So what are you doing here? Like, yeah, Truskin
This
knows
might be a
about...
pass. Or this might be a first Dane play. I mean, I guess seditious aristocrats also getting some, yeah, exactly, some nice value this round. Okay, he's using the charges. I like this. Yeah, I like this. Maybe his hand is. He can actually play a lot of cards in his hand, so I like him going a bit deeper.
Doesn't go for the Arcturus, so one of the samples is bleeding. Whoa. Look at that weather, just hitting only seditious aristocrat, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
so
man.
armor is just nothing
What are the
to
odds?
the end of the world.
Okay, first the Dane comes out. Keep in mind, he is always playing around. Never mind, Krusky isn't playing Red Hazes in his deck. I was going to say he's playing around Red Hazes, but no, Krusky choosing not to play that bomb. Red Haze, which is one of those cards that one of the most annoying ladder cards you can imagine, because always when someone Red Hazes you think, oh no, I should have played around it. How could I have missed that? Okay, so Otrusky has now two Nausicaa Sergeants in his hand, which he doesn't want to play this round.
So...
But Dane is going to get some value.
Poor Madoc.
Nice! Poor Madoc gets actually this. Now little Madoc got locked as well, so his big brother can't. Both of them, they're both brothers, they are both locked. Okay, so Mystico's ahead by quite a lot of points. Does Trusky even play the Curse of Corruption, knowing that he can't keep up for much longer?
I think for Council might be the play, but those are not the options I probably would have loved to see.
I guess maybe he plays the Sapper?
Yeah, try to draw, but he knows that he's drawing into...
Illusionist, but Illusionist isn't a death card if he kills something.
Yeah, if you kill Seditious.
I think you play Sapper. I mean, if you commit War Council, you probably want to play Sapper. And keep in mind, Trotsky didn't draw a Phoenix, so he's not getting that bonus carryover. I think he was looking for Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix, Royal Decree, maybe Masha Truffle, although yeah, as we pointed out, there is no target in the graveyard. But yeah, now there are a couple of bronzes, you're getting at least one extra point.
Yeah, I have to agree with Chad. I'm also really impressed with Mystico's play this series. He's just look at the cards he spent. He went toe for toe, and he only really spent Emir. Yeah. He got to save Joaquin. He's saving Ball. He saved Roderick.
Yeah,
and he went so deep round one.
That was also a call for him to commit Emir there, and he got like unlucky with location, but it turned out that this is just a carryover of location then.
Wait, is COC enough? COC isn't enough, right?
Place for 9, so leader charge.
And it's a big card to spend as well. He has to leader charge or War Council.
We are getting... okay. Yes, then we are not seeing the round 2. Straight into round 3 we go. Well, with double Nausicaa, it's hard to bleed unless you mulligan
It's hard
them.
to bleed.
So makes sense. So a
Okay,
little
but
bit of
this
carryover in
makes
form of Madoc.
Phoenix a terrible. Yeah, Maddox are the only carryover, but he only has one supper left. Two maybe if you use Ramon. But Phoenix is just a dead card in this matchup.
Okay.
Phoenix is terrible.
We actually see double Nausicaa Mulligan, and that probably refers to things happening in round 2.
Yes, yes. I guess he wants to. I think he believes he has to push a bit. He has to at least get the ball out because the ball can be so many points.
So Mystical's deck is not running the copy spies. You still can do things with Rosa and Edna, and you have a leader ability.
Rosa can be some nice value because, okay, I guess Turski has 2 leader charges still, so he can deny a lot of the engines. Oh, but Mystica also doesn't have Coupe de Grace in hand. I guess Coupe de Grace is guaranteed with Roderick, so it's not terrible.
Yeah.
So what do you do if you're Mystical? Do you play ball this round or do you save it?
Can you properly save it? Like your Rosa, as you said.
That's a really nice call from Tankov in chat that Drusky can get a thirsty dame from Illusionist and get some bonus pikeman damage.
Yeah,
Yes.
but then you're giving your opponent a leader target. He might just
That's
take.
true. That's true. And it's a good leader target
Yeah.
at that. Okay, so we see a Sapper 50-50 snipe.
Okay, so let's see.
Is he
how-
talented?
Yeah, talented.
He is talented.
Maddox split between the rows, so there is at least some guaranteed value on the Cataclysm. So moved out of the
Okay.
frame, still getting used to my new setup.
Okay, this
Truth
is
skill.
interesting. Truth skill. Yeah. Easy snipe. Yeah, I think Trutsky is happy with playing just all his cards. I think he wants to get as deep as possible and then draw into his sergeants for round 3. Okay, so we see Fergus.
Yeah, the
Okay.
poison targets are not amazing if it's
Not amazing,
Nausicaa.
but he needs to get something to stick on the board. I think he's going to have to play Royal King this round. Maybe.
We see that leader target was taken. So the thirsty dame combo is off by any means.
Yes,
You can get it still with illusionist and slave driver, but that's gonna be like your finisher, not the combo you'd want to finish with. Not
I guess
enough.
he might slave driver on a sapper.
Yeah, that probably is a better line.
Get another card. Maybe he gets Phoenix. Okay, he doesn't. Oh, I think he could have maybe passed. I mean, played a bit more. Because look at the cards he would have gotten out of Mystico.
Yeah.
Now Mystico can have double Joaquin round 3, which are points that Trusky can't deal with.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that pass. Like, there is a Masquerade Ball chapter, of course, and
Yes,
some
okay,
statuses
that's fair enough.
getting
And
spread.
he gets a card. Maybe he would have, if he had committed more cards, he would have gone a card down. So this way he gets even cards, he has carryover. Maybe card up is worth it. Mystical has to choose what to spend.
Your Philippe is probably not doing much. So
Yes. It's a good call to play Philippe now. Okay, so he has a strong hand. Oh, this is going to go right down to the wire. Let's see the draws.
It's
Let's see
basically
if-
guaranteed for imprisonment. With
Oh,
royal
okay, he
decree
draws
and
the
units.
coup de grace. So now Usurper Emperor is guaranteed.
Yeah.
And oh, he draws Phoenix. Phoenix is such a bad card. And he's... Wait.
He's
Oh.
getting royal decree, so illusionist is an alternative target for that.
Wait. Oh, I've completely forgotten that Trusky played Ramon already.
Yeah.
He played Ramon round 1. Okay. Cool. If you look at both players' hands, Mystico has a lot of more gold cards. Trusky only has a decree, which isn't really a gold card.
But wait, he has everyone's favorite combo: Nausicaa into Slave Driver.
No.
Sadly, there is no Ramon, but
That's true. And he has double Madoc carryover, he has Mushy Truffle carryover, he has both leader charges.
oh,
This could be close.
look,
Oh, and he
you
high
can't-
rolls
You
Etna.
can't complain about creating a one.
Yeah.
So sure, she
You
gets
can't
locked,
complain.
but oh well.
Yeah, she's not going to get any value in this matchup.
Could have been like 8, 4, and 5 that you've seen. So
Yeah.
finding a one. Is,
At least she gets a leader charge out, so Mystico has to get those leader charges out eventually. And she does the job, I guess. But this is going to be close. So, can Mystico kill the illusionists? Probably not. He probably doesn't care that much. Oh, he can put Usurper. No, he doesn't want to put the Usurper on top, right?
reason.
Yeah.
Although there is no toll punish left for Tursky.
There isn't, but Usurper is
you-
his
you-
Roderick target.
You want Roderick first, anyway, in that case. So, Royal Decree for Illusionist, Phoenix,
Wait, but he did put Usurper on top, right? Because Arthfane ended up
Yeah.
getting bleeding. Okay. So now he's going to put him on the bottom, right?
or he can just, Roderick
Yeah.
any moment.
Okay, dress. Yes, he can Roderick first. Yes, of course. Okay, so nice playing around the flanking from either pikeman. This is going to be really close, I think. Or slave driver. Interesting. He goes for slave driver on illusionist, which illusionist plays for at least 8 points, more with bleeding. So I can see this. Okay. He places. Oh, is
Wait,
Usurper bricked? Oh no!
was there a reason for
Oh.
that?
No, he
breaking the
emoted. That was a
pikeman?
misplay. Oh, that was a misplay. I think that was the first misplay I've seen from Mystico all day.
Well, he
Ooh.
played around flanking, okay?
Yes,
That's
yes,
the
you
only
want
way
to
to
play-
guarantee it immediately.
He wanted to place.
wait,
He played so
Usurper.
well that he ended up misplaying. Yeah.
Usurper is also dying, right? There is no reason to... Whenever enemy gains spine.
Yes, he could have.
Like, this is an end, but you don't care about locking the dame anymore, most likely, or seditious.
No, you
that
don't.
is-
I think he could have used his leader chart. At least I would have liked him to maybe. He could have thought about it a bit more longer. But I guess it's easy for us to say we're having caster vision. We know there's no dame. Likely there is no dame at least. Okay, so, but now Trusky might just have enough. I don't think Coop can do it, can it?
I wasn't
there
following
any-
what the Art Fiend was showing the last time. Okay, so that's...
He gets the poison. He kills it. He puts the vampire on top, I believe. Yeah, he gets some.
But,
bleeding?
Nausicaa's... See,
Not enough.
That's why people are nerfing Nausicaa's and slave drivers. Impossible to play against.
Impossible to play, and Trutsky wins with his Madoc Nilfgaard. Okay, is he going to a reverse sweep?
I don't know, but that's a nice start for him. Match probably is favored into the imprisonment side, unless things happen with Madoc, like Doomed getting applied. So nice job there from Trutsky, and we can look at his deck. So imprisonment is out, and
no, imprisonment. So yes, of course, yes. Imprisonment is out.
NR was banned, so he has Carapace and Blood.
Is Last Wish, which, I mean, I've had it happen to me before. That Last Wish showed me Golden Necker and Necromancer's Tome, and let me tell you, that's a hard call to make.
Yeah, I witnessed that, I think, on Karim's stream. Okay, so Trutsky is breaking the dog, but Curse Scroll
he's keeping the Knickers, I believe, right?
He mulliganed into that.
But that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Because he has a Curse Scroll.
And there is no Necromancer's Tome in hand anyway, so you can avoid a break. So Mystical's round 1 hand has some Bronze Aristocrats and 1 Soldier. I guess Cyclops can deal with...
I mean, Mystical has a pretty nice hand to just play out, right?
Yeah.
If you're Trutsky has those leader charges which can be invaluable round 3. When Mystical is playing ball and poisoning everything, Trutsky can just say, hold on, I have my leader charges, I can protect my valuable units.
Yeah. And everyone's favorite beast. He classifies as a beast nowadays with his body rounds. The operator is finding its way around vampires, around relicts, anything you offer. He says like, yeah, I'll blend in. I'm fine with any bronze basically. As soon as you want to abuse them, I'm here to help you. So.
Okay, so what do you think Trutsky wants to get with his Cursed Scroll?
Can get...
Maybe a Crone?
Maybe a Crone, maybe like Gankian for...
Yeah, to set up the graveyard. Yeah.
It's nice to have Cyclops in hand. Like you can snipe the Pikeman and then Thirsty Dames are getting far less points.
Yes, because actually... I
don't like that, but did he have a...
Why did he?
You can Fiend.
Yes.
I guess he wants to play around Servant. That's why he did it. Right? Because...
Okay, that's
this way Servant isn't a lock. But as we see in hand, Mystico doesn't have it, and it doesn't even have Servants in hand. So, actually, it's ended up not being a great play. And keep in mind, Trutsky almost has no control cards. Cyclops is one of his free control cards. Control as in cards that can damage opponents' boards. So he spent one of those on basically a unit that wasn't doing much. And it's an Incubus setup, yes, of course. That's
okay, so you can even Curse Scroll for the Incubus now. If you feel like it. If we are going full control. But now the Mysticals, Aristocrats, Soldiers are doing things together.
I think he's holding on to the Curse Scroll until after he plays the Unicorns, because I have a feeling he might want to play them now? Or is he fine with going a long round? Normally this deck doesn't want to go for a long round, so I could imagine him wanting to go deep.
Yeah, you might be happy to go long round against another uninteractive deck, but against Nilfgaard with statuses, with greedy engines, you might be agreed. But yeah, we see the Incubus. Do we split that one? No.
Wait, does Trutsky play Riptide?
I don't think this list had a Riptide.
It does, right? Riptide is just such a nice control tool. Okay, Nikas jumps out. He got the Weavers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Thirsty Dame 1 is on the board, Thirsty Dame 2 is potentially coming.
I guess Krutsky isn't terribly sad if he gets Thirsty Dames out now. Then again, Mr. Code doesn't seem to be planning to play the second one anytime soon.
Yeah, instead goes for the unit protection. Now unicorns are not killing anything of importance.
And he's getting some points.
But at least, yeah, Trotsky is playing for his side of the board for points, and now he has multiple engines.
Oh, he plays the Hunter, which is great because now Trotsky can just play the Witch Apprentice and get some nice passive points.
And it also sets up the graveyard even further, so...
And it can also be a big deal later on for those Van Molen's servants because they might not get the lock.
Yeah, there is leader.
I guess he leader
that's
ability.
it, right outside of like Philip. Philip has the lock as one of the options, but that's a bit too far-fetched. Oh, wait, you have an operator? Let me show you my operator. So have fun with the status Thirsty Dame. I think she will get thirsty pretty fast. There is a Thirsty Dame and then very hungry Self-Eater as well. That's a nice pair.
I like also. Okay, he plays unicorns to kill one of them. I would assume.
You
That's
can try and play.
I mean, it's a really cool line to go for the coup on the operator. I like it. Okay, yeah. Okay, he's now 32 points ahead. Can Mystico keep up?
Probably.
But by the way, nice play. Trotsky is playing around. Okay, I guess no. Never mind. I was going to say he's playing around Usurper, but you don't play Usurper round one.
Yeah, it also has only
Never
one
mind.
spy or one operative.
Yeah. Does Mystico have reach? He's doing some maths now. I don't think he has.
There are not many spine statuses, so Seditious is kinda eh.
I mean,
no poison
yeah.
combos and...
How many points is... Leader isn't a lot of points either.
Yeah. Like, you can
And
create
Trotsky...
some statuses, but that doesn't seem to be enough.
And Trotsky is getting passive points. Wait, he's bluffing! Ooh, isn't he?
He is, but at the same time, I think with the leader charge, with second Thursday Dame statuses, it might be pretty close. So 70. Yeah, you need 20
Assume he did
plus.
the math, right? He needs a lot because Witch's Apprentice is. I mean, okay, if you're Trotsky, you have to assume that Mystico has his second Fangs of the Empire in hand, right?
Yeah.
That's the bluff. That he has a second Fangs.
So Mystical tries to get a leader charge out of Trotsky here.
I don't hate this pass from Trotsky, but he doesn't care. Obviously,
do
he
you
doesn't
even care
know.
about leader charge at this point? You extend
I don't
the
think
gap.
you do.
Okay,
Oh,
he
okay.
does.
Apparently you do. You do care about leader charge.
Yeah, 40
Okay,
point gap.
so I really like this play from Mystico because I don't think he could have caught up, but only by this little bluff, by playing a bronze, he ended up getting out a Weavers and a leader charge.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he can... Okay, this actually worked out really well for Mystico. I would have been curious to see what would have happened if Trotsky had just passed. But I think... Okay, now it's a short round 2.
What's the setup? So there is Fiend, Self-Eaters of course, Witch Apprentice. Cyclops is not paired, okay.
Bruce isn't great, but I guess nice thing about Bruce is Bruce can eat our king. And maybe deny coup de grace. So it's not a terrible keep.
Mystical Malignant Usurper, but at the same time he kind of found more bronzes. I think things like Edna, Masquerade Ball, Philippe might have been beneficial to his hand, but let's see what Truski is deciding here to do. Yeah, we go and waste the Whisper's damage sadly. And Genkians are not paired. So not the Necromancer Stone of your dream, but there was only Self-Eater to
So
heat
yeah.
away.
But okay, this actually shows that okay, Truski is going to see his entire deck. Because he's unless he 2-0s, of course. Yeah, Truski is committing
Beg for mercy.
to go in this round.
Okay,
And Mystical doesn't have ball.
okay, so
And he's
Usurper
missing
in
some-
second form is only a soldier, so no synergies with Arcane.
Mystical is missing some key cards. Actually, he's missing Philippe and Rosa, as well as Ball, which could have been huge in this situation.
Garments are shackles that restrain our desires.
Okay, so we see the biggest Self-Eater and second Incubus as well as the leader charge protecting from the lock.
I guess the only dog left
Yeah,
is Imposter, leader charge, or I guess Philippe could have been also a lock. Okay. Okay, this Dame is going to get some nice value though. Oh, and he gets both Witch Apprentices.
and
And,
decides not
by the
to
way-
protect, but
And decides also not to play front rows, as to not give leader charge unnecessary value. So I like this.
and yeah, protecting one of them from being locked doesn't serve you much purpose since the second one will be open, but yeah, we see
Yeah,
why
but at-
Servant is big.
At least leader charge can get bonus points. Okay,
You are what you eat.
No. And that Emir is playing for some value.
I think if you're mystical, oh, he plays Joaquin into Bruce.
But Bruce is so little. Only has what, 3 Self-Eaters on the board?
Yes, but
ultimately?
Bruce can actually deny coup quite nicely, right? I guess.
Nah, there is a billion spine units. You cannot
Yeah.
hit all of them, right?
Yes, not all of it, but you can.
Incubus is there. And you have a spine
guess-
in the grave. No. Yeah, there is an
Oh.
emissary.
I guess Trutsky might not have enough points. Right? Mage infiltrate. Wait, he has to use a leader charge to get a card out because. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Fine, but his
Oh.
round 3 is a little short.
Oh, I think Mystical might have this.
I'll remain unseen.
Well, depends on the top decks. We've seen some Arcane clicks.
Plays into Bruce, yeah. Oh, I guess he might have this. Let's see the top decks but his card quality is much higher than Trutsky's.
So
and he gets the
Aristocrat.
ball. He needs one aristocrat at least. He might mulligan coup away.
So if Trusky hits Golden Necker properly into the Self-Eater and gets proactive like catch rest, yeah, that might have been around 2 problems for Mystical, but he survives quite nicely.
Once you made the same noise,
yeah, I'm really impressed by Mystical's play. Like, we saw his round 2 hand wasn't ideal. He was missing a lot of cards, and he managed to keep up with Golden Necker tempo, which isn't easy.
Yeah. It just...
Saving his leader charges to combo with servants was, I think, one of the key plays. Yeah, I agree. Trusky had to push. Round 2 probably. In this situation. After what he committed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Like it is
A
the
difficult
randomness of
matchup.
Golden Necker, which lets
That's
him
true.
down in that round 2 push.
Maybe,
What
yeah.
can you do about that? Realistically.
Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't sure as to how much leader charges, those Kerpers leader charges, affect this matchup. They ended up not mattering too much, to be entirely honest. Yeah, I guess this is just a difficult matchup for monsters. Okay, so Mystico wins it for Ukraine. The first series of the day.
Unless Necromancer can amass some nice combo with Incubus, yeah, the
Yeah,
should be
unlikely
enough
that Necromancy will
any
be.
means.
I mean, Necromancy would have been 50 points. No, maybe 40. Yeah, it's not going to be enough.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah, you still have to take a 5-point unit out for your opponent, so you cannot even catch up. And now there is a coup on your biggest unit and throws a charge, playing another one. So that's a slaughter. Monsters, we know who real monsters are anyway.
Yes, this Nilfgaard deck is the real monster.
And that's why people gonna love the Balance Council once again. But one day we will be living in the bright future. But congratulations to Mystical. And yeah, Trusky might have misplayed here and there, but was close and got a win.
Yeah, Nilfgaard playing opponent's deck better than opponent. That's the classic.